All right. Hello, everybody. Another edition of the Two Dudes podcast. I'm Rick. That's Kevin. Um, man, Kevin, we got a lot of stuff I want to get to today, and I want your opinion on a lot of it. We're going to do it a little bit different today because we started to get deep last week, and we like to have fun above everything.
Okay.
So let's get the deep stuff out of the way because I want to end this
Okay.
show on a laugh.
All right. So this is what we'll do. We'll get the deep out the way. Then after that, I got something that's gonna I got to bring everything back up.
Great, great. All right. So you heard Kevin. We've agreed we're gonna throw this main topic out here right at you right here, right now. Um and let me preface this by letting everybody know that Kev is known for a long time. My wife is known and my sister. They're the only ones up until this point. Um I have been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and before we get to the candles and all this, everybody feeling bad or anything, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I told them when I first got the diagnosis. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna outlive all y'all motherfuckers.
I had my rosary beads ready. And them little candles at the gas station. Had like three of them bitches.
But for real though, before I go through the whole ordeal, I'm letting everybody know up front I am doing fine. I am doing better than fine, as a matter of fact. And that's the whole reason why I want to bring this to everybody's attention, because this is a serious subject, especially for men, especially for men of a certain age. You need to get that early screening because it could be the difference between life and death, literally. This ain't nothing to play with. So just a real quick rundown. Uh, you know, usually get physicals, get blood tests and everything. And back in September, my doctor wanted to run a blood test, then called me back, said, "Hey, your PSA levels is kind of high." And what that is, prostate specific antigen. And every man has a certain PSA level, but if it goes up a certain point, there's a risk for prostate cancer. Now, that doesn't mean you automatically have it. Um, Once that came up, she sent me to another doctor, and they specialize in urology and blood work. And we did another screening, and it was still high. That's where the fun came in, Kev, because my doctor said, "Hey, we might need to do a biopsy." Biopsy and the word cancer is never good. Long story short, in October, I went in for my biopsy, and without going too deep into details just yet, they 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 cut me up. They took 12 samples, and then you play the waiting game because you got to see, are they gonna find anything? Are they not? And maybe 2 3 days later, the doctor, she did call me back, and she laid it out there for me. Right now, here's where we're at. Yes, they did find cancer, but it is a very low grade of cancer. So right now, um, first things first. That's when you jump on your knees and you like, thank you, Jesus. Um, it's not anything where I have to even think about chemo or surgery, because that's a whole different ball game. This is where I need to eat right, exercise, and take care of myself to be on the safe side. Um, at the beginning of this month, I did have to go through an MRI, and the MRI is way more specific than the biopsy because they take a picture of your whole inside, left, right, top, bottom, front, back. And thank Jesus, they didn't find any hot spots. So we stay where we are now. But I want to tell you, and I want to tell all the other brothers out there, make sure that you get your screening. All it is you can do it with a simple blood test. They can check your PSA levels, and if they think that they high, even just a little bit high, go on ahead and get that prostate screening because you never know. Because I've known a lot of people that had cancer of one kind or another. Specifically, my mom, she passed away with bladder cancer. And I saw what she went through at the end. And it's not a pretty sight. So if it's something that we can avoid or even something that we can live with but take care of and manage, I'm gonna tell all y'all to get out there and do that for real because that's what it's all about, quality of life. Kev?
Okay, so just a couple questions I'll be talking. So you got diagnosed, right?
Yes, sir.
But it's not at a it's not at a level that's alarming, just something that can be that has to be monitored, correct?
Yes, it is not like stage 3, stage 4, or anything like that. It's
So
the
you're
lower
literally at
levels.
the bottom of the bottom level to where they're not alarmed at all.
Not alarmed at all. They found some small spots.
So
And
how often do you have to get tested?
uh, my doctor said she would like to test every 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
So I'll get another test come February. Um, if it's low like it is now, or even lower, I'll go out 6 months before I have to, uh, get another blood draw. If it seems like it's higher, I might get another test 1 to 3 months after that to see if anything's going on.
So did they say if your aggressive age played a factor in this?
um, not necessarily my aggressive age, but every man over the age of 45 to 50
Okay.
should get a screening.
So that's
African
when.
American men over the age of 40 should get a screening.
Oh,
It is
oh,
it is
oh,
it is
oh.
more
Is it
specific.
40 or 45? Which one is it? Is it
Men
40 or
in general,
45?
if you're Asian, white, whatever, 45 to 50 range, you're okay. If you're a black man, 40, because it does happen a lot in
That's
African
something so when
Americans.
you're 15, get one done. Damn.
No, no,
Uh,
you don't have to get one at 15.
I'm just
It-
saying, black men, we don't age, we age slowly. We can be 15 looking, 40 and be looking 15 or something.
Well, the
Um,
reason why black don't crack is because we eat a lot of greasy foods, and unfortunately, a bad diet can screw up your prostate.
Grease is a bad lube, is what you're saying. Um, I'm trying to think what else. Just trying to think of questions that people might want to know. Because actually, you didn't tell me the prostate part. So when you just said it, I was in my head like, oh shit. I didn't know that part. You left that part out, you bastard. You almost got me on camera having an Oscar worthy moment. I almost did that Denzel, but
Wait, what are you talking about? I didn't
you
mention
didn't tell me the
prostate.
prostate cancer part. You just told me they found it. You never gave me that detail. So you almost got that look away Denzel tear, but then I saw that flag in the background, so I was
Wait,
good at it.
I never said it was prostate cancer. I just said
Oh, you never
cancer.
said it. No, you never said
Oh,
that.
my bad, my bad. It was prostate.
So if you
I'm
almost
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I told you it was
trust
prostate
me, too.
because I went through the whole
Oh, you did.
exam. I went through the whole biopsy with you earlier.
Yeah, but you never said that part. If you did, I didn't want to hear it. That's the thing. You either I swear you didn't, or that's one of the things a lot of males they don't want to hear that word. So, but when you said it, I almost did like this. Looked away and had that tear come. But when I looked away, I saw that flag and I straightened up. I was good. So
Okay.
hey,
Now,
that flag was
now
good.
forget about the flag for a minute because I want to touch on something else. Because a lot of men, and we can make light of it right now, but a
Yeah,
lot of men do purposely try to avoid the
that is
prostate
true.
issue because they know what comes with the biopsy.
Yes.
Um, and there's no way around it. There is
Yeah.
a rectal exam.
So my next question is, How's Heather dealing with this?
She was more worried than I was because, like I said, I'm gonna outlive all y'all. No, no question about it. I just know I am.
Y'all that don't know, Richard's married to a rancher and don't much bother her. She does more by five than a lot of us do by 10. And she got a kid and a Richard to deal with. So there's a lot of we need more Heathers out there. So especially deal with motherfucker like Richard. Just
Yeah, I'm
want
not
to put
gonna lie. I'm a big kid, but
yeah.
yeah, I
That
mean,
Raiders fan. Let me see. Let me think what else. Um, we talk about everything. Just overall, yeah, where's your headspace at right now? Considering that you're good, but this time next year you could be stage one. How does that make you feel mentally?
well, for starters, I'm pretty sure I won't be because I've
But
done my
that's not what I
research.
asked. That's not what I asked. That's not don't see. You do a good job of generalizing shit. I can breathe because you sure about to go down that road. But all jokes aside, that's a possibility. We know it is. How do
It
you feel
is.
knowing that from here on out, any test you do could be a dun 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 moment? How are you
I
internalizing
will
that?
treat it the way we treated it the very first time before we knew how good or bad it was. And let's face it, it's not good at all, but how bad it was on a certain level. I I was doing everything from denial to preparing to figure out who gets what if I don't make it. You know what I'm saying? You run the whole gambit in your head, and anybody tells you they don't is lying. Um, so if that moment comes and it becomes more aggressive, one of the things me and Heather talked about was how do we treat it with chemo or surgery? You have certain options, and you have pros and cons on each one. Um, I would probably go the chemo route first before they cut on me some more because the biopsy alone sucks. I mean, it really
So,
sucks. So I can imagine having major surgery.
and this is the joke portion of it. So we know Tussin and Slits won't cure it.
No, Tussin won't do it. So I'm sorry,
And no
Chris Rock.
or tall can of Slits won't take care of it. Okay.
Now,
That's a black person remedy right there.
a tall can of slits might be necessary before I go in, under the knife again, but
It'll have you staggering,
it's all good. They have you laying down. I just had the can in one hand and tell them to go for it.
man, with that brown bag. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, and I hope you guys see why I didn't want us to do a quick 2 minutes about it last week. This is something real serious that like I said, Richard has been a big bro to me since day one on the steps of the queue. And this is something that's is big, even though it's minute right now. Now I'm feeling guilty that I switched the fantasy games around. I should have kept me that bone out there. He trying to win one before he go on us or some shit like that.
So I'm
Jokes,
letting y'all know. I'm letting y'all
jokes.
know if I lose this weekend, it was Kevin's fault.
Your health might turn on that. Then I'm gonna feel bad. Oh shit! It's the ignorance. Okay, so you ready for just bro? These past couple days for me have been insane. And I've been wanting to tell you, but I was like, I'm gonna save it for the podcast because
Okay.
I want to see your reaction. Okay, for one, I've never shed so many tears in my motherfucking life out of just not knowing. Because for those of you who don't know, October 2018 got blindsided, requested for a divorce by my wife at the time, then moved out in November, and ever since then, it's been a roller coaster. Richard's literally been there with me every step of the way with guidance because unfortunately he's been through this before. Literally through the same exact thing I've been through to where he's guided my steps to help me be level headed and not take bait on things where he knew I was getting baited, this, that, and the third. And I thank him dearly. He knows how much I thank him for it. And that being said, I literally lost my house sleeping on my mama's couch. Still getting my daughters every other week, them sleeping on the couch, me sleeping on the floor or whatever, but still doing what I needed to do to be a dad and having for the week, this, that, and the third. And, my mom's helped out. Everybody else, did their part, but, people act funny style, whatever. But, through and through, Richard's been there through every step. To the point where I wouldn't go to work, calling in. And he still was like, man, you got to go. He's trying to, get to do it. I couldn't mentally function because I still couldn't understand what was going on. And my best friend, like my sister told me, Aisha was like, you got to embrace everything that's going on and you got to let go of, old you to embrace this new you or whatever. Richard was kind of saying the same thing. And I was like, oh, me, what you talking about? I didn't do shit. I didn't want this shit. This shit ain't got nothing to do with me. A lot of times it don't, but you still have a part in it. Whether it's you requesting or doing it, it still has a part of you entangled within it. That being said, I start trying to find a place, buying stuff for a place. Can't get a place because my ex has us in a bankruptcy, and they like, hey, you move in, you can move out. What are we gonna be able to do about it? So come February, I was like, I'm moving back. No, January. When it was January, I told her, I think it was like,
Yes, it
said
was.
I'm moving back in the house. I can't find a place. I'll stay in the basement, that and the third. She did a big to do about it. It was like, no, I'm moving out in 2 weeks because I can't be under the same roof with you as I'm a motherfucking mass killer or something or a horrible ass person. That stung a little bit. That was another blow or whatever. I literally moved back into my house the day of the Super Bowl parade and moved into a stripped down, buck naked ass house outside the living room furniture. Kitchen, everything was gone except for a handful of dishes. Hallway closet, everything was taken out of that. Bathroom, as if our daughters wasn't gonna be in this house too. Only thing that was still there was 8 bedrooms. Bedroom, everything was gone. Bathroom to the bedroom, everything was gone. Basement looked like you got a smash and grab happened. Just outright disrespectful. Like we went together for 11 and a half, 12 years. Just hella disrespectful. So I had to take that blow. And at the same time, I'm trying to get back to the flow at work, and my supervisor got it out for me because unfortunately, he don't care for males that are. I wouldn't say I guess I got alpha male mentality, but at the same time, I'm just more of a laid back one to where I ain't gonna bark or bite till you bother me. And he got to bothering me, so he had the, he probably got more than what he should have because of what was going on, but he felt like he had to protect his supervisor because I called her out for her bullshit before she left to go back to her old position. So this is one of those where, speak now, worry about it later. The later came, and from that moment on, him and one of his supervisors, they had it out for me. All said and done, I'm in and out, in and out. Took a trip to go visit my brother in Houston. Trying to do what I need to do. And come May of this year, got let go. So I petitioned against the firing because you can do that with the federal government. I had a good case. Everybody knows me said I had a good case. But unfortunately, come August, because I missed an email about a conference call to tell me how the process was going to be, they dismissed my case. Bullshit. So from that moment on, just out there trying to figure shit out. Got a check that came from the job. They taxed it like I was still working. Told me they wouldn't go tax it like they wasn't gonna take it benefits and stuff. Taxed it. Had another check come. They taxed it so much I ain't getting nothing out of the check. It was just a blank ass check. All this is happening. No unemployment. Finally got unemployment. Only got it for like 20 weeks, and that shit went quick. Haven't had unemployment since. Had to do some other things to get money or whatever, and just been out here by the grace of God making it. And all this time, Richard and everybody, it's your season is coming, it's your testimony. I'm not believing it, but when you've never been to sit and pay attention, and all you know is work, you just work, you do what you got to do. Because Richard and Chase, since he's known me, I've always worked damn basically 3 jobs. I consider DJing another job. I've always been, 2.5, 3 jobs in the game. Majority of the time, we've been knowing each other a little over 10 years now, and I've been
Yes, sir.
3 jobs majority of the time. So doing all that, just busting my ass. Zoom interview after Zoom interview, application after application, one face-to-face interview, just, whatever needs to be done, doing it. Whenever they want to do the interview, doing it. Just however, whenever, just there was nothing I didn't do, nothing I couldn't do, nothing I wouldn't do. Doing what I had to do to try to make things happen. And it got to where it was just feeling just real bleak. At one point, I say last month before, I was about to call my brother Tony, man, what's the job market like in Charlotte? Because I think I might put the house on the market and come to Charlotte.
Mm.
He's like, nah, you can't do this. You can't leave your daughters. You got to stay there. And then I talked to my brother in Houston. I was like, man, what's the market down there? And I was like, nah, I'm a big nigga. I can't take the heat in Houston. I ain't got back to my slim self yet. I ain't got back to, the Joe in me yet. I ain't got back down to that side there. So I can't do the Houston heat. But I was really considering relocating. I was like, man, fuck it. Kansas City ain't for me no more. But at the same time, it was just like, I feel like it was me running versus really fighting or whatever. Really getting down to that, like that last of the last. Even though I kind of feel like I am at the last of the last, but I still was just like, I ain't trying to give up. But then, like, at some point, about a month or so ago, I think it was beginning of November, I want to say it was, so last month. Unemployment was like, we made a mistake, decided the third, you got another 4,500 of unemployment. I still haven't got the check for any of that yet. But they're trying to tell me that I used to work in Arizona. I've never been to Arizona a day in my life. Never. I don't know shit about Arizona. So I refuse. I refuse to do their job for them. So at some point, them checks will start coming. I just refuse to do it. Now, I say all this kind of give you a backdrop of why I've been shedding tears since like Thursday. So all that's happened, no rhyme, reason, no nothing. Now I used to give my ex props. She was sending me different jobs or whatever. Nothing was panning out, nothing was looking promising because I was stuck in that in between of skillful, unskillful if it's entry level, depending on what industry it was, to where it's like, do we want to pay him? Do we not want to pay him? One job actually like, oh, we ain't gonna interview because we figured you wouldn't work for that. When I saw the position and what it paid for, I would have did it. I'd have gladly. I'd be like, yeah, I can get down with that. But they didn't think I could, so they didn't offer, they didn't offer it to me.
Mm.
Then some other ones, like United Biosource, where Amnesia went to, or
Yes.
she used to be. Them motherfuckers called me about a position, asked what my salary request was. I told them in the 40s. I ain't heard from them since.
Mm.
But apparently they just got bought too. So it's all kind of just craziness or whatever. So last Thursday, the lady from Aerotech called me, wanted to submit me. No, she called on Wednesday. Wanted to submit me for a job here or whatever. And the lady had felt back. She had submitted me before, and I did the interview, killed it. But I think the lady felt threatened for if I was going to take her job or not, because that's the one that said I was too casual during the interview. But you don't want to tell me about your pregnancy. Get the fuck out of here. So I think the lady felt some kind of way and she wanted to rectify that bullshit. And she hit me up and was like, hey, I got this company. They want you to interview, blah, blah, blah. And let's just see what happens. I was like, all right, cool, send it. I ain't doing nothing. Did the interview on Thursday. And it turned out it was for Vincent and such. All there now they're called Alta Science. I don't know if they done been. I guess everybody getting bald or something. I don't know what's going on. So are they merged? There's a lot of merging happening, I guess. So that being said, it went to them. They liked me. They emailed her back. She called me back like Thursday night and was like, they want to proceed ahead with you. And I was just like, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I can't believe it. Thank God. It's something. Thank you. Then I was like, but Ain't nobody gave me no concrete information. Ain't nobody told me if it's just a straight temp contract, temp to hire, what's the pay. I haven't been told anything. So she's like, all right, I'll find out. I'll let you know. We'll go from there.
Now,
So,
what I want to know real quick, because
okay,
you
go
said
ahead.
it is Vincent Associates or whatever they're called now.
Uh-huh.
Uh, do they still have the fabulous Christmas light show
Oh,
in
yeah,
front?
they ain't going to never change that. They still got that. They still got that. So, people be driving past for that all the time.
Yeah, I'm just being childish. I had to ask that since I don't live there
Yeah,
anymore.
they still do. I'll probably get blinded by it. So, Thursday, I'm happy about that. But I ain't hit you up 'cause I'm still trying to register what done happened because it still just felt like this can't be real. This can't be life. So then Friday morning, get up, I done told my daughter, I was like, you know what? Your mom came, took the Christmas tree. I've been feeling some kind of way. I'm gonna go buy a tree 'cause I want a tree at the house. So like it's still psychological shit I'm dealing with that it's purposely being done just cause.
Yeah.
So I get up, I'm at Big Lots getting shit, Christmas deck, all that type of shit. And my phone rang. Most nonchalant called in the motherfucker. Kevin? Yeah, this is Kevin. Oh, this is Karen with Jihad. You still interested in this position? It starts at this amount, it's negotiable. You just gotta take a typing test. Do you still want this position? What the fuck? 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, yeah, I'm still interested very much, so I would love to. Okay, I'm gonna email it to you. You got till Monday to get it done, and I'll discuss it later. Click. That was the end of it. So now I got Jihad at the table. Position I applied for, decent pay on the start, but I can negotiate better. I'm inside the Big Lots just like, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that. I don't even remember when I applied for this position. Because automatically you start backtracking, starting to think, when did this, how did this, why did this? Look, your mind just started going. And so,
But that's the beauty of it all. That's when God is at work.
yeah, so I got past that and I was like, okay. So then got everything I needed. Found ironically, found a display tree, $30. So I really was making me happy. Got all that, went to the crib and was on chill. Finally, like Sunday, did the typing test or whatever. Saturday, Aerotech like sent me an email. She's like, Kevin, I'm sorry, I haven't heard back, but I'm working with their HR. We're trying to get things figured out. As soon as we know something, I'll let you know. On a Saturday, she ain't got to do that. She could leave me high and dry till Monday if she wants to.
Hmm.
So that right there was a beautiful thing. So then, come Monday morning, sitting on the couch or whatever, figuring out what I'm gonna do for the day. Seeing it was unnecessarily cold yesterday, and I get a phone call from Aerotech. She gives me all the particulars. Temp to hire, 90 days. You'll start December 28th. You gotta do this paperwork. You'll do a drug test some point this week. You'll do a COVID test next week. If all that goes clear, this when you'll start. This is what the pay is. 90 days, temp to hire. When you get put on permanent, the pay may go up. And I was like, okay, pay is cool. You want to go take a pay cut, do what I got to do. It's worth it. And I was like, all right, cool. We good to go. Boom. So I'm like, all right, cool. About to be Aerotech there from there with, Vincent Associates. It's over. It's done. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. So call one of my friends to thank her and people, please, if you don't, if you got one, make sure your LinkedIn shows some form of activity because that is, that's why that's why they hollered at you. Because well, I gave her references before for the last one, but I
Hmm.
don't think she ever used it. And I think she saw you on my LinkedIn from my references or whatever. Because
Gotcha.
I believe we are connected on LinkedIn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we are.
And they used LinkedIn to holler at Christina who worked with us at the Q. That's when she hit up Ambrose, and Ambrose like, "Nah, tell them holla at Brad, not don't tell them Janice or whatever." And they basically use my LinkedIn as my which is wild as hell to do that. That's wild, but at the same time, these people you know connected with supposed to be people you know or work with, so they should be able to give a word for you.
Right.
So it's well played, but it's a dangerous slope at the same time. Especially if it's somebody that you really want and they just might have the most bogus LinkedIn page ever. So it's like it's a double-edged sword. So people, make sure your LinkedIn is up to par because they will be using it. They will search through it to see if that's who they're supposed to mess with. I've learned that. I think had I had mine done sooner, I might have would have got a job done sooner. I don't know. So I called my friend of mine, Renee, who helped me get mine together. She's like the spokesperson for LinkedIn, and I told her everything that was going on. She was happy for me, whatever. Then she hits me with, "You ain't gonna hear from GI till probably Wednesday. They may have told you have it ready by Monday, but the odds of them actually have getting into it Monday slim and none. So it's a Tuesday or Wednesday. So I figure if I don't hear from them by tomorrow, then I didn't pass the test, which I'm cool because I got a job now. So this morning comes. That is my week with the girls. Make sure they up, about ready, eat breakfast, whatever. For this day last week of school for break, and I'm sitting on my bed and I dropped. I just left it on the floor. I was like, I don't care because I wasn't doing nothing. My phone rings, a 913 number. I was like, that's probably G High, whatever. But talking to Ben, I had mentioned that, KU was still out there because I never heard back from anything. But at the same time, I was in the back of my head, they just did a typical ghost. They don't want you. They ain't going to send no email or nothing. Phone call is KU.
Mm.
Ladies talking to me, asking all these different questions about the interview process because they want to improve the process because their mindset is these Zoom interviews ain't going nowhere no time soon. So then she goes, well, they've come to the decision that new people won't be in the building until January 25th of 2021. I'm in my head like, what you telling me for? All right, whatever. Then she goes, so how did you feel about it? And I was like, it was cool. I gave my pros and cons. Then she goes, all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty of it all. And I'm like, nitty gritty of all, you thanks but no thanks is what you're about to say to me. Because the lady had a great poker voice. It didn't give either way.
Mm.
Bro, next thing she goes is talk to HR. HR looks over your information as far as your schooling, your resume, and this is what we want to offer you for the year. Will this work for you if you get offered the job? Instantly in tears. Instantly. Because never seen nothing like that coming before. Never have I been in a position to where I got choices of employment outside of like when you 16, 17, you want to what fast food place you want to work at. You know,
Right.
but as an adult, I've never had to where I'm like, let me think about here, let me think about I've never had that. And so that's why I got your information. Cause at some point the lady's supposed to reach out to me.
Okay.
And because what they're doing now final, and that's another thing that's kind of tripped out. They don't tell you how many people made it to the final. So it could be just me or me and 10, 15 other people. You don't know. They got to check everybody's reference. Then after the reference, they'll do the background check. And then how it lands from there, they'll determine who they want to get a position to. So right now, I got the job with Vincent. But if KU calls, I'm taking that one in end of January. Never in my life have I been in this situation.
And that's a testament to you sticking it out. You know, you wasn't sure when all this first went down, but you stuck it out, and because you did, now look at what's going down. Now
Bro,
you got options, and congratulations for those job options. And also props to you for sticking out, because so many people give up, and I don't want to really say give up too soon. I just want to say give up, because there's never a reason for anything to give up.
Could have went some hood routes to do some things, but I didn't, you know. And it's one of the things to where, I mean, if you think about it, Jihad, I mean, my mind, Jihad still in the fold. Jihad and KU, two Fortune 500 ass companies, and then another big one in Vincent, you know, on a lower scale, but still big. To have choices like that is just, you don't get that right now. That's not happening right now. And it's one of the things where it's just like, cause, and it's another thing, like talking to my mom's made me cry because she was just like, I pray for my kids at least once a week that everybody's okay, everything works, takes care. You know, you guys are taking care of something because regardless how old you are, y'all still my babies. And she was like, when your brother lost his job, I didn't pray for him as hard as I did for you. And I've always been the one that she's been told you don't have to worry about me or whatever. And she was like, it's not that she has to worry about me because she don't always handle business, always do what I'm supposed to do. But it's just the aspect of, you know, being in the CRO game or working for the government is such a small market,
Right.
niche type of setup to where there's only so much space and room you can move around and do shit with. To where my brother being IT, you know, his stuff's like this. You know, he can go anywhere, you know what I'm saying? And so she was like, when he found his, she was happy for him, whatever. But with this, for me, she was like, I'm just that much more happy for you because the aspect of I know how much harder it's been and how much closer you was to possibly losing it all. And you didn't ask me once for anything. I was like, I wasn't about to. I didn't have no need to. You know, if I take it on the chin, I'm 41, you know, 42 or whatever. I'm gonna take it on the chin. You 62. I'll recover quicker than you will. You know, I'm not trying to vote like, but I would need to recover because I'm still gonna be here. You could be gone tomorrow. Don't need to recover. You
Yeah.
know, and so bro. When I tell you, I thank God for all this, and at the same time, as I'm learning that, I get reminded that that one you were so close to, so entangled with, still just them motherfuckers still just won't accept fault in anything. Because when I had to be on the phone with her after I was on the phone with her after the Vincent, let her know about that. She don't even know about the KU shit. And first thing I said to me is, oh, I hope that you're ready for this and you left all that negativity and everything and your words have power and you're ready for this next journey. You appreciate what you got more than you did the last one. And I had to look at my phone. I was like, I mean, like you do realize you're the start of the coffee, the straw, the spoon, however you want to put it, that put this roller coaster that wasn't asked for in place to where I'm not at that job anymore. If anything, I was ready to leave that job 2 years ago because I knew it wasn't going anywhere, but I stayed because you wanted to start looking. And my motto was, we both can't be looking for a new gig at the same time.
Right.
So I put it in neutral and stayed. Then as I did that, next thing I know is this isn't working anymore. And I think that was just something that was done to make me stay put to where bankruptcy wouldn't bounce. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To where,
Now, real quick, let me take the role of big brother real quick, because when all this stuff first happened to you, and I'm telling you, stay the course. This gonna happen. This gonna happen. That gonna happen. Whatever.
mm-hmm,
Now, I'm gonna prepare you for a new set of circumstances. We won't even call them challenges, because I already know that you're gonna rise to the occasion. But you remember how you said that certain people don't want to accept responsibility. They don't want to accept their role in how situations play out. That
Hmm.
will also turn into negativity and resentment on their part once you start back up in the corporate world, you doing your thing. Um, some people don't have to see you do stuff.
Hmm.
It's just a glow around you. It's just the air that you present when you handling your business, when you moving up, and when you're getting bigger and better.
Uh-huh.
And that causes some resentment. So I'm just gonna let you know right now, get ready for it. And it's gonna be, and the reason why you will experience some of that negativity is because it's like partially because they know, hey, had I stuck it out, we'd be doing this together.
Mhm.
And partially because flat out they're in denial. And if there's any snide remarks, if there's anything said or done, don't take the bait. You just keep
I don't,
being you.
yeah. And I was low. I was, man, I don't think I've ever been this low before. And it's just to actually be to where you sitting and you just watching and you actually paying attention and not just busy and be like, oh, this happened. To where you're just like, this happened, then this happened. It's just like I still had the emails in my inbox from the interview that was set up for KU. I just deleted them yesterday because it's been like over a month. I was like, let me take this out of my inbox. I'm like, they want, something they go get at me. But I know because of COVID and the third, this is dragged out. They probably when they can tighten it up if they want to, but it's one of the things you got the upper hand. Why tighten up?
Right.
But like I said, just all said and done, it's just, bro. I'm so appreciative. I'm so thankful for you and everybody's been in my corner. That's giving me the words and one of the best things that I'll say that, and this is gonna sound crazy, or it might not. I've never been. I've always been stoic and come here, I have you. Like that type person. Granted, I still am, but going through all this that I've been through, I've been able to grasp the emotion of it all. I've been able to feel the emotion of it all and not have a problem with saying it. It may have me looking soft or whatever. I don't give a fuck. This is how I feel. But before back in the day, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm still like that on a lot of things. A lot of things don't get to me, but this is something that did because I hung my hat on the fact that I get out there and work. I do what I need to do. I've had a job. Because I've been working since like 12 years old. I
Right.
work for the Boys and Girls Club. So, it's nothing for me to work, you know? And so just dealing with all this, then this happened, I was just like, wow. But yeah, so that's the great news I had to share. Your brother has a job. He has a potential another job on the horizon, and still waiting to hear about a third. I damn near got a set space hand in my in my hand right now. And
That's
just
cool.
all praise to God, all praise to you and others that was just like, hey, this is what it is, and just wouldn't. Too many of us will take no for an answer just to appease a friend versus no, that's not how it is. And you, Tim, I appreciate that. I truly do. I was hoping because this is gonna sound childish. I was hoping because of how rough my year was, at least my fantasy year in one of these leagues would have went better. But went 2-10 and 6-7. 6-7 was great compared to how it was the year before. 2-10, I'm not going back to that league. I'm done. I can't keep giving you $130 and wasted money. I did that 3 years straight. I'm good.
Now
But yeah,
look, now I understand your record 6-7. 6-7, I consider that a badge of honor, and I'll explain why when we get to the fantasy.
yeah, shit, the comeback was real, so it was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
But everybody, I know, that's how I was gonna bring up the room a little bit. I brought it up in a more of an inspirational Disney type story to segue to our next section. But Disney, holler at me. Hey, if I can act this shit out and drop some real tears.
man, Disney, Disney. Hold on, before I get to Disney, I got a bone to pick with you, and you already know I had a bone to pick with you. All
What?
right, for those of you who don't know, I've got a podcast, a separate podcast coming up called Crazy Good Entertainment with Richard Kearney. Kevin has a podcast, Casey the Queens.
Mm-hmm.
So I listen to the podcast. You know, I'm a fan, not gonna lie. So make sure that you subscribe to this one and that one. Um, they started out the show talking about, Mary J. Blige and Beyonce. And Kevin, all the props in the world because he's correct. And anybody who tells us differently is wrong. Beyonce cannot hold a candle to Mary J. Blige.
Which is true.
I think you went off the rails when you said, Beyonce may have a shot at taking down Mariah Carey. No. Mimi will beat Bay all day long. She been around for what, 30 years? She got the hits. Man, her last album was whack as hell, and I think it was better than Lemonade.
Whoa, that's... So here's the thing. It's like you forget Mariah had hits, but all you remember is Emancipation of Mimi and you remember One Sweet Day. You remember the song with ODB, and you remember like her first single, and that's how you really remember her career. It's like everything else is like unrememberable. It's like dry toast. Do you really want to discuss dry toast? Or you want to talk about that toast that had jelly on it? You talking about the toast that had the motherfucking jelly on it?
Look, if you're going to talk about not remembering something that was 20 years ago, how about this year? Beyonce had that whole full length movie of nothing but music videos. How's that album doing right now? Enough
Who
said.
said what? You said what Beyonce? Oh, well, see, here's the thing. When you're so-called a trendsetter, you're gonna try to do things to set trends. And her doing a video for every song of Lemonade was her trying to be a trendsetter, trying to make that a thing. Remember back in the day, you used to buy a CD and it'd be that long ass case and have videos with it and everything. It's like she was trying to do a movement to bring that back, and it didn't catch on. The reason why it didn't catch on is because no one plays videos anymore. There's no more video channels like that unless Viacom decides to have one. Now, there used to be awesome when I say back when we say in the townhouse, so say like 5, 6 years, 8 years ago, whatever. Every so often, BT Jam, I think it was, would have a 90s weekend, all 90s videos. Dope. MTV Jams would do the same, be like maybe all bad boy videos for the weekend. Dope. Me and Jody would keep the TVs on those channels, walking through the house reciting songs and everything. The girls be like, what's wrong with them? Y'all don't know good music. Yeah. So she tried it, it didn't work. I think Jay-Z did the same thing once, it didn't work. Because just because HBO go pay for it, don't mean everybody else go want a part of it.
No, that was
That's the
Disney.
problem.
That was Disney that did it.
See, they just as dumb.
But the reason why I segue into that is because Disney's not dumb. Disney is making big money, and they just brush people like HBO Max off their shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
They are gunning for Netflix. They are gunning for Netflix. Disney just had last week their shareholders meeting.
Before you get to that, this is why. This is why. Um, End of the day, reason why Disney's about to go hard, what you about to go over, is because that takeover of ESPN was a hell of a takeover, more than what I think they anticipated, because they don't realize those contracts to air all that pro shit ain't cheap. Yeah, you may got your little Epcot Center and shit like that, but Epcot ain't paying for exclusive rights to the Western Conference and shit like that. So it's one of the things I think they didn't think thoroughly enough when they decided to get into the sports game and how costly that was going to be for getting the league and having talent on TV for that.
Oh,
So I think that
when
was
I get
kind
to the sports part, we'll see how they gonna make up that money for it.
of, all right, go ahead, floor is yours.
Okay, I got Disney divided into three different things that I took away here. The Disney part of Disney Plus, during the shareholders meeting, what did it say here? I think you also had this. They've got so many reboots, remakes, cartoons, and stuff coming that they'll pique somebody's interest in at least one or two things out of their whole slate. Like they've got another Ice Age coming and an animated Night at the Museum. They're doing a remake of Three Men and a Baby. They're doing
Oh,
stuff
they're
like
doing
that.
an animated night at the museum.
Yes, it will be animated, so it
Fire
won't be a
stick,
third one.
fire stick.
Um, but here's the thing.
Did you say 3 Men and the Baby?
Yes, you remember that old Ted Danson movie with
Depending on, I may have watched it too. Depending
it
on,
had a sequel called Three Men and a Little Lady. She was older.
I may have watched that too. Depending on who they cast, I may want to see a remake of that.
Um, Zach, I forget what his last name is. He was just in that movie with The Rock, Baywatch. I forget
Okay,
what his
Zac
last.
Efron.
Yes, that's it. He's one of the men. I don't
You
know
know
who
what
the
they,
other two.
you know what they need to redo, and it's a show that never really got a chance that I thought was good. My Two Dads,
That wouldn't be bad.
but they would make the dads gay this time.
That would probably be a bit too much. But
Nah,
Disney
hey, girl.
itself, Disney itself is doing big things. And
Okay.
they've also got 9 different television slash movie events coming up in 2021 with Star Wars, 16 TV shows slash movies with Marvel. So they getting ready to knock it out the park with that alone.
So Star Wars, Fire Stick, Marvel, probably gonna be 50-50. Fire Stick versus Stream.
Well, you'll know in March because Falcon and the Winter Soldier is set to kick off.
Hey, just let me know when I can watch it. Let me know, buddy.
All right, now that's just the Disney side of Disney Plus. Remember,
Mhm.
they also own Hulu and they own ESPN. Hulu, I don't know if it's really going to be a new feature on Disney Plus or if it'll just be pushed to Hulu. I think it'll be part of Disney Plus. Disney
Mhm.
will start to show R-rated content starting in February.
About time.
And the reason for this is because they acquired 20th Century Fox, because they just buying stuff like it's there. It's on sale. Hey, we'll take it. And a lot of people that are on Disney Plus because of the Marvel content, there's several Marvel movies that are R-rated. The X-Men movies, Deadpool, Logan was R-rated, I believe, and Blade. The Blade movies were R-rated. So I believe it'll be a certain thing that you load when it comes up on in February, a new icon that will have a passcode protection on there so that your kids cannot get into that section.
Can I just say
Hulu
this?
though.
I'm
Oh, go ahead.
dead. I'm dead. Fool. Can I just say that out loud?
Well, I hate to break this to you. There's a third Deadpool movie in the works.
I'm dead on Deadpool. We
I like Deadpool, but here's the thing.
had this time. Let him go.
Hulu is going to be making a lot more content from their channel alone, a la like Netflix. So they'll be having movies and TV shows that they make for their specific part of the channel. So look
Mm-hmm.
for that coming in 2021. And then the ESPN side of it, the Manning brothers, Peyton already has Peyton's Places on there. It's been renewed for a third season. they're giving his little brother Eli a college football show. Here's where they're going to make their money in the sports. They are now partnering with DraftKings and Caesar's Palace. And you know the sports betting world is big.
Yeah.
And if the mouse has got their hand in anything, they are going to make some money from it. The only thing that I'm really not keen on, there's a 9-part documentary called Man in the Arena, which is based on all 9 of Tom Brady's trips to the Super Bowl. And yeah,
That's very
that's another subject for another show.
that's very damn excessive. But what can we really say when we got a 10-part Last Dance?
Yeah, but people care about Michael Jordan, not Tom Brady.
No,
Um,
they try
I
to
know.
put Brady as equivalent.
No, because Jordan never lost when he got to the championship round. I'm just saying, Joe Montana is best quarterback ever. Anyway, Disney also for the ESPN side, they have a SEC package for Disney Plus subscribers. So if you're into the SEC for your college football, you can, check it out there. I'm not a SEC guy, so that I probably won't be doing. And they will also expand their UFC fights, so you'll get more of those.
Okay.
So Disney's gonna be making plenty money. I ain't mad at them. I want a piece.
Hmm. So you still gonna keep all three?
I will because and I forgot to mention this. There will be more 30 for 30 content coming up, and
Okay.
that is available on ESPN Plus.
Real talk. I think I'm about to look into getting some stock because they doing all that. They stock about to go up.
Yes, and if you had stock, you would have exclusive access to most of the sneak previews to some of the things that I mentioned here. When I
Wow.
was watching on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
when they said here's a sneak peek at such and such, you got a blank screen for 2 minutes on YouTube. If I was actually a shareholder, I would have been able to watch that.
Oh, wow. Wow. So all they did was just waiting they just waiting to where you just like, what?
Yeah, for example, if what's a good one? Okay, let's say there's some new Star Wars show and they're filming it. They say here's a sneak peek to uh da 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 Star Wars, and then you see the Star Wars logo for 1 minute and 30 seconds, the countdown timer.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, when they got to the that stuff, they actually showed everybody the Marvel and Star Wars stuff, so we were good. So I did get to see the Falcon and Winter Soldier sneak peek, so that's why I can't wait for March on that. Um, so yeah, Disney is good, Hulu's good, ESPN. I will definitely keep it. There is talk of them raising the price, $3 to $6.
You
If
said
it's
it's
three
gonna be
to six
worth it with all
dollars, yeah, I can live with that.
this.
The only difference is they say Central America and the European countries for the ESPN part, they won't get the SEC stuff or most of the UFC, but they will get more soccer, which is what they want. So they are tailoring it to every exclusive region. So
Hmm.
Disney's going to be making money. Now, speaking of sports, I want to give a shout out to Sarah Fuller. I know we mentioned her before, but she really didn't do nothing but run on the field and run off. She actually kicked the field goal in last week's college football game. So this week, in my mind, she became the first college football player, female college football player. Your thoughts on Sarah Fuller?
Okay, so I got daughters. They play soccer. I learned and now I love the sport. Kansas City got a professional women's soccer team that left coming back. I'm happy about that because now my daughter's a little bit older and they want to go to the game. They want to see the game. Hopefully it's going to be a better setup than the last one because they're going to be playing that. And the thing about it, the other team, they played in Swope Park where the girls play at. Nice, beautiful ass field. but majority of high school teams play on that field, not a pro team
Correct me
really.
if I'm wrong. Is that the actual grass field or is that the synthetic field?
Uh-huh. Grass
Okay.
field. And no one, I don't think no one knew where they were to go to their games. So this go around there like we're gonna play where the T Bones used to play. You know, T Bones is no more. We're gonna go play on their field. That's gonna be our new soccer field. Okay, so now you're out here by the legends. You're gonna get nothing but attention. You're out here by legends and sport. Probably where you should have been. Cause we gonna merge y'all together more than likely. I'm like, okay, y'all go survive. Y'all should survive. Be there for however long and get that attention. So you thinking, okay, good fit, female, you know what's going on. But then when you swing it around to Sarah Fuller, hey, she's gonna be on the team. I've been watching her. You know, we asked her if she wanted to do it because I kicked her out. She said, yeah, you didn't use her. She didn't do anything. She did what, just a kickoff or whatever.
Hmm.
So you like, it's like nothing but a joke to get attention for the game, you know, get people to watch the game. So then he's like, oh, that didn't go the way I think it would. Let's bring her back another week. She kicks an extra point, gets it, wasn't the greatest kick. Probably the same way I would have kicked it. Got the point. Everybody's hooping and hollering how she's in the books. My question is, does it really matter?
I
Because
do. I think it does
no,
because
just hear me out,
here's the
hear me
thing.
out. No, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It don't matter if she's only doing it this week. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that side. I feel you on that.
Unless you keeping her on the team and she's kicking field goals and extra points and kickoffs the rest of the season, then that was nothing more than a sideshow for a second.
I
That's how
agree. I agree with that. But just the fact of kicking an extra point, you got gunners coming from both sides trying to block it. You under pressure. You don't want to miss it. It's not like a kickoff. This you better be dead in between them uprights. So she did what was asked of her. Um, now it's up to them to continue to ask her to do it week in and week out.
exactly. That's what I'm like. So if you go do all this hooping and hollering, you got to keep her on. You can't let her. You let her walk away. Even if your kicker come back, you keep her on the squad the rest of the year because she's probably on her soccer scholarship anyway. Y'all ain't paying her. You know, y'all not touching her scholarship. That's probably still all soccer. So I'm like, if they don't keep her on the team, I don't see no importance. I'm like, okay, whatever. It was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens from this moment on.
So let me ask you this. Since we're talking about football, and by the way, props to the Kansas City Chiefs, AFC West champions.
Say it again.
I said props to the Kansas City Chiefs, and
No, I
they
ain't no
won.
add. What are they? What are they again? For the what?
They're a football team in the National Football
What
League.
what
You know
what what
that.
are they for like the 100th straight year? What are they? We're the what?
Now, sixth straight year, maybe, but not
No, ain't no
100.
maybe. What
There's
are
only
they?
been NFL for 101 years. This is the 101st year of the NFL, so I don't want to hear
Give
that
us
mess.
our props. Give us our props. What are we again?
You are the 2020 AFC West champions.
And we're supposed to be having a rival of what team?
Oh, we still got a shot in the playoffs, so don't get it twisted. Y'all know we are the one team that you do not want to face.
No, team we don't want to face is Buffalo. Y'all might know.
Now, because
I'll
y'all
put you like this.
destroyed Buffalo. Y'all
No,
destroyed Buffalo.
but the way Buffalo playing right now, we don't want to see that Buffalo. Josh
But
Allen,
but we
that
can play
ass
like
whooping
dog
we gave
shit.
them,
We can play
that
like
ass
dog
whooping
shit.
we
What
gave
is
them,
that you always say about the division rival? That's the toughest game you gonna play, no matter what.
y'all busted up. You don't even see the fighting out team no more. Real talk.
I, I
But
I'll give you that, except for next week you are gonna see something different. Because for everybody that knows or don't know, uh, for almost a year now, everybody's been like, fire Gunther, because Paul Gunther has been a disaster as defensive coordinator for the Las Vegas Raiders. Rod Marinelli has been sitting there waiting in the wings. And I guess everybody saw it except for Gruden because he's friends with Gunther. He said it was the hardest decision he's had to make in years, but I'm glad he made it because we gonna see the fight in this team next week, and it's gonna be sooner rather than later because they're the Thursday night game.
Mm-hmm. We'll
And it
see. I'm
it
putting you like this. You can see my background, right?
yeah,
All right, so you see right there, you see where the window is, where the curtain is. See that little space between the wall and the curtain and the blind?
yeah,
That's your opportunity to get into the playoffs.
that's true. That's true. I mean, we've first of all we got to win out. There's no two ways about it, and we need some help. Uh, Obviously, we need the Dolphins to lose a game. We have to play them coming up here in a couple weeks, so
We
that might.
already did that. We beat them this past week. And
But
that game was close
but
to
we
what
got to beat them too, because they still ahead of us. Cleveland,
I mean,
Cleveland
us
did what I
beating
wanted Cleveland to do. Cleveland lost, but the problem is they lost to Baltimore, who's still
another
ahead
team
of
ahead
us.
of them.
Yeah, so I really need Miami or Cleveland to just fall on hard times. One of them has to completely slip off the radar in order for us to jump in there. And
Well,
Miami right now is the best shot.
here's the thing. I can see it last night. Baker Mayfield was pissed with that Cleveland loss, which he should have been. That was that was wild. Whatever. Then they talking about Jackson had to go to the bathroom. That's why he wasn't on the field.
He denied it, but yeah,
Man, motherfucker, if you don't just shit on yourself and play, no respect for him. Just fucking play.
he didn't want to
Take
go
that
the route of Andy Dalton.
shit on yourself and play. If you trying to make it happen, you will shit, piss, throw up on yourself and keep playing.
Apparently, he came out just in time to make that happen.
Mm-hmm. But think about if he didn't come out in time. We'd have lost the game because you wanted to wipe your ass instead of just playing.
Right.
Oh, prima donna ass nigga. Nigga, have you seen your hair to be worried about where you gonna take a shit at? Oh, Whoopi Goldberg head looking ass nigga. That's why I don't like some of these new players. Soft as fuck for no damn reason.
Yeah, they need those porta potties with that the little medical tent. Just flip it over the porta potty. There
I
you go,
think
little one.
mostly the ring you have a bathroom as soon as you come off the tunnel for players. Just right here. But what I was gonna say is your best bet is Miami because I saw something I didn't like in the game. Even though we won, we should have won by more. They finally scored off a turnover, and fucking oh boy, when he got that fumble, that and the interception that Mahomes threw. If we would have scored on one of those drives, the game would have been over and done with.
Right.
First to throw Mahomes when he got the interception in the end zone, he should have threw it higher. But I get the corner props. He went back to playing football in the streets. Instead of throwing both hands up, he leaned over and stretched as far as he could with that one hand, snatched it. That's typical street ball from back in the day when you were a kid. The fumble, you tired of these motherfuckers holding the ball out like a disc. Dude came from the blind side and gave him that Tillman punch, and that ball came out, so I can't be mad about it. They just finally scored off that, and some other shit happened for them. But what I realized, and Miami's coach, quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, whoever's the vet on the team, they need to pull Tuscaloosa, whatever fuck his name is, to the side and talk to him because you can see it in his face. He was disgusted the whole game. When something was going negative, disgusted. He was just the whole game. He was just disgusted, and he don't realize his team looks at him for that energy. What we gonna do next? How we gonna do next? And if you walk around with a defeated, disgusted attitude, you killing your team's momentum. You killing your team, period, because they vibing off of you. So it's like he needs to get rid of that.
Funny that you mentioned it because I got a question for you.
All right.
If Tua doesn't play and Fitzpatrick plays, does Miami win that game?
I think they still lose, but I think Fitzpatrick never lets it get to where we was up like that. How was it 21 unanswered? With
Yeah.
Fitz, it's not 21 unanswered because when the play was busted, he was just throwing the ball. He wasn't really trying to be accurate. He was just so he didn't get sacked. And he did not like when he got sacked. But each time he got sacked, he got balled the fuck up. These quarterbacks need to learn, unless your legs are free, take that sack so you don't hurt yourself. Because when Frank Clark got him, he was wrapped up. He was trying to get free. I'm like, you're going to break your fucking leg trying to get free. You just came from an injury. You of all people, take the sack, go down, in that play. But yeah, they got to get his attitude together.
Well, I hope not too soon. I'd like them to tank just for us.
And then
Question.
it's like, another thing is like it's the whole team has that attitude kind of.
Yeah, they do.
Parker, when Parker went for that touchdown, and all old boy from the Chiefs did was smack his elbow and make the ball fall. Next time, he's out the game with a leg injury. He ain't got no motherfucking leg, and his pride got hurt on national TV. You should have caught the ball. Motherfucker didn't jump up with you. He just smacked your elbow and the ball fell. You looked real damn soft on that play. That's all it was. Next, he in the locker room with leg problem. But what got us over in that game truly, they running back wasn't there. If they running back was there, it would have been more of a ground game. So I'm not saying we wouldn't have won, but I don't think it would have been a high scoring of a game because they did a lot more ground and pound. And really, we could have blew the game out of the water because I don't know if people realize, which I don't know why Andy didn't stick to it, but Bell had a couple run plays and he was running all over the place.
Yeah.
So we could have kept running. But I think Andy needed to see the passing game be the passing game. And he finally saw it because you saw Tyreek stop bullshitting, did his routes, ran past a safety in the corner, touchdown in the end zone. Could have been the same way last week, but instead he wanted to jump up for it when all he had to do was run up under it. And it's just Mahomes, he wasn't sharp in the beginning. He was too laid back. Motherfucker was too much on that. Oh, this is our home. We was just here. This is our home. You wasn't just there. It's not your home. Play, play, play. But the most telling stat though is our percentage of winning is too high when we down by 10. So it's just like you got a confidence. Oh, we got this. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and take a ride around the corner in this lag. Then we'll come back and put this yak down and go play. We got to get rid of that mentality. Otherwise, it's going to bite us in the ass, point blank. But defense definitely looked better. Corners a little better. Honey Badger playing out his mind right now. He's showing you why he got signed. And when he went to go fight old boy, and I saw later, he was like, I done told y'all, if I'm in the woods with a bear and I'm fighting a bear, help the motherfucking bear. I was like, boy, Honey Badger might have mental problem, but I'll ride with that one. That nigga from New Orleans, he New Orleans through and through. I will ride with his ass.
Hey, switching from the Chiefs, just a real quick question. Can we finally say the Pittsburgh Steelers suck?
I said it on, I said it on Any Given Sunday. Shout out to Cliff. Yeah, I said that, and one dude was like, there's only one team better than us. Then the Steelers fan was like, we ain't got no run game. All we do is underneath passes. Ben only throws deep to get a pass interference.
Wait. How can you say that there's one team better? I count three.
He was talking record wise.
Okay. Fine. Record wise, you want to say the Chiefs, but Buffalo beat you. Washington beat you. I count three, regardless of the record. I mean, think about that scare that I had last week. If the Jets had beat us, I'd have to say the Jets were better because apparently they won.
The Jets should have won that game. They fumbled that one.
That's why they fired their defensive coordinator.
That was the Jets game to lose, and they fumbled. But I think dude did that purposely so he could get fired.
He don't want to be part of that mess.
Now, he was already a part of it. He just wanted off the ship.
Yeah. Hey, fantasy football.
Right.
As everybody knows, we ended with identical 6-7 records, but because of the head-to-head, I made the playoffs. So
because I knew Richard might have had cancer, I went ahead and let him go. I'm such a good fucking person.
Yes, you are. In the consolation bracket, Kevin had a bye because he's the top seeded person.
Consolation shit don't even matter. Don't even mention that shit. Don't need to know about the NIT.
All right, I had another scare this week in the first round. I did not want to go one and done in the playoffs. I wanted to be meaningful. This is the redemption tour. I was down 19 points going into last night's game with one player left. Mr. Kareem Hunt. Shout out to you, Kareem Hunt.
Had the right
Um,
damn player.
and Kevin had to talk me off the ledge for a minute. He's like, "Hey, you got to have faith." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I just need 19 points." And sure enough, he he balled out last night.
He
Got
gave
me
you what,
22.
24 points? Okay, I knew it was in the 20s.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got me 22. So, we sealed the win because I said right when they was driving, wouldn't it be nice if from the 20 he scored a touchdown? That would give him the 8 points that I needed left. And they was on the 23-yard line. He got a catch. They got closer. Then he got the next catch and went on into the end zone. I was kind of scared for a second because I thought they were going to say that he didn't make the pylon. But when they showed the replay and I saw him hit the pylon and knock it down, I'm like, okay, we good.
And you got lucky because he only came in because that was Chubb's series. He only came in because Chubb limped off the field.
Yes. Yes. So, and it was lucky. I'm not going to lie. I was blessed. I felt good last night, but now it's back to work because unfortunately I've got to play Herb and
Well,
I'm
let me
trying to
tell you,
do,
hold on. Let me tell you what happened. So everyone knows NFL, the number one seed plays the weaker team next round. For some reason, our league put it to where the number one seed was going to face the division winner from the other division or whatever, and the two lower seeds are going to face each other. So Herbert actually hit me up and I didn't realize, and I was like, oh, for real? And I was like, well, he was like, I said it in our league to where I don't let the computer just that and the third. I was like, well, that makes sense or whatever. So it wasn't for Herb telling me, I wouldn't know. So I went ahead and I went back to look at since I'm the commissioner or whatever, and I could switch who was who. So I went ahead and flip flopped you and Dathan because that's how it's supposed to be. So now Richard is playing the three-time back-to-back champ that has been a juggernaut because even in his bye week, he put up about 138 points. So he's going up against Richard, and Dathan and Luke is playing in the other. So
but
we
here's
got
here's the
two
reason why I'm
more.
good with this. Here's the reason why I'm good with this. Two reasons. One, if you look at the previous championships, not last year, but the year before, Herb won it with a 6-7 squad.
But his team,
Okay, but
his running back
I,
just rushed
but
for
but but let me
100
let me give you the
plus.
second reason though. In
Uh-huh.
order for me to get into the playoffs, I had to win my last game of the season. Who did I beat?
Yeah, you be hurt.
Herb. So I got confidence. There's no reason why I shouldn't have the confidence.
But
I know
here,
I can beat him. I just got to put together a flawless game.
here's the thing against her. When you beat him, that's when old boy for the Titans had a shitty game. This past week he rushed for 180, no, 200, I think another 200 game and two or three touchdowns.
And he's a beast.
Yeah, and I think, and his quarterback, I think, was ridiculous too. Those are the two that have been consistent juggernauts for him. Because he gonna tell me, I just set my line up just to see what they would do. You talking shit on the low. I said, okay. So, but the thing is, dude from the Titans never puts together back-to-back big games. So that's kind of in your favor. Now, me saying that, everybody's in their playoff run, so everybody's gonna be on their best.
Yeah.
And if he's killing, they're gonna keep feeding him the ball. So this is gonna be interesting to see how it goes. Me personally, I would like you to win. I don't want to see a four-time champion in my league. That'd be sickening.
Yeah, and when I
But
say it's about putting the right players together, I could have easily lost last night, or I could have actually blown Tony out
yeah,
because I started the not Patriots, the Bucks defense. They only gave me 9 points. If I
and
started the Bills defense, I would have got 20.
no, I get what you're saying. And
I didn't
it's a
start
roll.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it's a roll of the dice. No matter how you look at it, it's fantasy football. It's gonna be a roll of the dice. I'm just I'm intrigued on what's gonna happen in this game because I would like for you to win
Hmm.
because then that would mean we'd have a new champion for a change. Because basically it's 3-on-1. We have a three-time champ and three newbies. I wouldn't mind seeing a new champ. So
Well,
you know,
I understand that.
and
I'm
then
gonna
you
do
know,
my
think about
best.
it.
I'm gonna do my best to make my part.
And what I just realized too, a new champ, you getting 300 right before New Year's.
Right.
So you know, your punk ass can celebrate off of us. Sorry, motherfuckers.
Look at it this way. That goes a long way towards medical bills.
Man, fuck your medical bill. You got insurance.
You're right, because let me see. I need a new pair of running shoes
See,
and,
time about there
probably
go
some
my money
headphones.
going.
And probably
There
some
go,
headphones too. So yeah, like, let me make this happen.
there go my money going towards some bullshit.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, Herb is a three-time champ. So he's already got 300 and something dollars from us.
Herb has gotten uh basically about $900 out of us.
See?
Close.
See?
What was it? This year is the most at three. He's won three. He's won about 700, 800. And fuck his winning streak. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I mean, I really need this. I feel like if I can get to the championship round,
Uh huh.
I can win the whole thing. So it's just gonna be about getting over this hump. So yeah, I'm gonna be praying that I put the best lineup out there, and I'm gonna need the guys that didn't play well for me to really show out because I've got two Vikings receivers that get double digit points on the regular, and this week they didn't do jack. The Vikings look stupid against the Bucks, so I'm gonna need them to bounce back. I'm gonna need Ronald Jones to keep being Ronald Jones that he's been for the last 2 weeks. Gronk did good.
Ronald Jones probably ain't playing. He just got a screw put in his leg, in his hand.
That's okay. Josh Jacobs is coming back. Actually, Jacobs played a little bit. I thought he wasn't going to start. That's why I set him. That's some more points that I could have got, this week. But he'll be better. Um, this is your AFC West rival here, the Chargers Thursday night game. Uh, we know how well the Raiders play in prime time. I wish they could all be Thursday night games.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna lie. If they could, we'd have a better record. But because they played so poorly, I really think they're going to bounce back. I think the defense is going to play inspired football because Rod Marinelli, he gets after it. He don't take that BS. You know, he's an old school coach. He don't care about your feelings. He don't care about how much you make. He don't care about what you think you see on the field. You gonna play his way, or you gonna get on up out of there. And that's what they need right now. So I look forward to it. Uh, the Picks League, man. Um, you still holding down the number 17 spot with 121 points.
Uh,
I, I, it's almost like one of these last 3 weeks, you need a perfect game. You need to get all 16 games right, and that's going to shoot you up because the number one team has 136 wins. That's like 15 different. I think you were like 16 back. Now you're only 15 back. Now, between the top team with 136 wins and the number 5 team, which is me, I got 134 wins. 2 wins separates me from the top. 2 wins. Do you know how much a perfect week would mean to me this week?
you're trying to win everything.
I am. Hey, if I don't make it past 2020, I'm going out on top.
Hey, you going out the champ?
Exactly. So I'm looking at trying to I'm just trying to make some noise. You know, hell, I'm gonna steal Honey Badger's comment. If I'm fighting a bear, you better help the bear, cause he gonna know he's been in a fight. I'm trying to make things happen. The redemption tour is real. You remember how we used to do it in our picks? I don't want to be part of the band no more.
Man, I miss those days.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that's all I got for fantasy and picks. Um, I really don't have anything else per se. Going back to my cancer thing, I've been doing a lot of research besides what I said, staying in shape, eating right. There's a lot of things that I should and shouldn't be eating. One of the things that they mentioned was green tea, and I drank a little green tea today. I used to turn my nose up at green tea, like that's some nasty stuff. But Lipton makes green tea with citrus. It's got a little
Gotta be
lemon and orange
cold
in it.
though. If it's not cold, I can't drink it.
It was cold. It was cold, and it was good. So shout out to Devin Mooney, D Moon, because I know she drinks a lot of that green tea.
Well,
It ain't bad, girl. It ain't bad.
she's special needs, so you know.
All right, I don't have anything else before we go out. You got anything, Kev?
No, I don't. Been a good one. Appreciate everybody. Leave motion because of Richard's punk ass, you know.
I do what I can. I do what I can.
Yeah, he always want to make things soft and everything. I hope I kept it thug like usual. Um, you know.
Hey, I'm gonna tell all y'all like I told Kevin, like I told Heather, like I told my sister. I'm gonna outlive all y'all motherfuckers. Don't worry. I'm gonna make it happen.
He gonna wrap himself up in his beard like a cocoon, and he gonna hibernate for a second, then come out 10 years younger. No, that ain't happening. Now everything's cool. Let me see. Are we taking next week off because of the holidays, or are we doing one next week?
Um, what day is Tuesday on?
Tuesday's
Because
the.
we can still do one Tuesday because we record on Tuesday. We just put
I'm
them
saying
out on
it's
Thursday.
the 22nd, so
Yeah,
it's
we
on.
good.
You steer the ship. I'm good either way.
Yeah, let's do one on Tuesday. We'll call it our holiday special. We're gonna come up with all kind of crazy stuff to make people laugh next week.
Okay. All right. So, hey, top holiday movie. We got to what we feel is the best holiday movie. Um,
Ooh, I'm gonna have to think about that. And no, I
that's
will
what I
not pick
said.
Holiday Heart.
Shut up. That's why I said now. You know, you got a week. Best holiday movie. All
Okay.
right. So we'll see you motherfuckers again next week. I don't know why I said motherfucker for no reason. There's that Samuel L. Jackson in me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Richard end it since he knows about his sensitive body having ass. Um, go ahead, take us out, Richard.
Hey, like I always tell everybody, stay positive, stay blessed. We'll see you again.
All right, that was a good one.
Yes, sir.